President in Massachusetts today announcing new action that he hopes will fight climate change after Congress could not pass his climate agenda. Speaking alongside a handful of lawmakers, the president slammed them in a speech outside a shuttered coal plant.
Since Congress is not acting as it should, and these guys here are, but we're not getting many Republican votes, this is an emergency. And I will look at it that way. I said last week, and I'll say it again loud and clear. As president, I'll use my executive powers to combat the climate crisis in the absence of congressional action.
That coal plant set to become a factory where they'll make cables for offshore wind energy. The actions come after what would have been the biggest climate-related spending bill ever. It fell apart in Congress this week. President Biden says he'll direct more than $2 billion to FEMA so that it can help communities when they deal with natural disasters. This heat is a disaster of its own. More than 100 million of us across the country sweating through temperature alerts. CNBC senior White House correspondent Kayla Tausche now. Kayla?
Well, Shep, the Biden administration today announced it would explore new wind energy development in the Gulf of Mexico, allow people to buy air conditioning through existing housing programs, and fund so-called cooling centers for people to escape extreme heat. Speaking on a 90-plus degree day in Somerset, Massachusetts, President Biden called climate change a clear and present danger and an emergency with a lowercase e. But he stopped short of declaring a national emergency on climate. He said that he might still do that in the next week or so, but that distinction would allow the U.S. to use the Defense Production Act to boost manufacturing for renewable energy products. And instead, the White House will issue a series of executive orders, which stoked new criticism from Republicans.
This is what Washington Democrats are trying to do with their one-party control of government. And they're hoping President Biden will declare a national emergency to help them do it faster. Well, unfortunately, for the far left, the president is occupied with a climate conundrum of his own.
Democrats are moving forward with a bill aimed at lowering drug prices and expanding the Affordable Care Act, but have stripped out climate provisions and certain green tax credits in response to opposition from Senator Joe Manchin. Manchin told West Virginia Talk Radio he wanted to see more inflation data before backing those parts of the bill and the corporate tax hikes that would fund them. The polling conducted after Manchin withdrew that support, delivering a death knell to a critical agenda item for Democrats, saw President Biden's approval drop to 31%. Tonight, President Biden said he had not spoken to Manchin directly and was still weighing other action on climate. Shep?
Kayla Tausche, thanks very much.